Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. As you can see, I'm finally got around to flying the P38 Lightning. Finished up flying the BF-109 G14 to great success. Then the Hurricane was introduced, so I've had a go at that for a bit, and I'll continue to fly the Hurricane concurrently with the P38 as available. I was actually going to fly the P38, but it wasn't available at the times that I was available on the server, and so it never eventuated. But here it is, the plane's available, I'm here, and so we're flying the P38. What's going on down? I'm in continuous mode, so I think we got 2 P38s down. 3. Wow, there's a bunch of them. They just did a high-speed pass or whatever. This map is called Mitchell's Men. It's about, if you're on the Allied side, it's about protecting the B-25. Also a bit of ground attack. If you're on the Axis side, it's all about finding and attacking the B-25. I really should have gone on the Axis side according to the numbers. There's hardly any on the Axis side and there's plenty on the Allied side. P-38 is a good bomber, but I'm taking it up in a fighter configuration, no bombs. Pretty good climber, this aircraft. Its amazing feature is that it's a good climber. Look at all these P38s down here. There's 1, 2, 3, there's like 5 of them. Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. Kind of reminds me of the de Havilland Vampire, you know, the jet from the 1950s. Same kind of, what do you call it, the tail configuration. What is that, a boom? Tail boom configuration? I don't know. Hey, what's that up there? Let me guess, more P38. Let's check it. I need to look at my data sheet. What is that? Oh, I know what that is. That's the bombers. Alright, let's... Perfect. Perfect. Perfect! Perfect. Alright, let's look at the data sheet. 70% or 30% for the mixture. Alright, let's that's the mixture there. It's not, you can't even see it, but it's back there. You need 70% on the Techno Chat basically. Let's do that. Alright, so the mixture, not those red bulbs, but just behind. Those 2 black levers, those are the mixture. And for this kind of operation you want them at 70%. Apparently if you're just cruising around looking to save fuel, you put them at 30%. Those are the bombers. Maximum dive speed is 725 kilometers an hour. Because this is in miles per hour, it's 450 miles an hour. It's not very fast. But you've got a dive brake. I've set the dive brake onto my joystick actually. The joystick has an eject button on it, a big red eject button on the right hand side of the joystick housing, and I've set that as the air brake, like so. There we go, that's the air brake. I've also set the flaps onto the joystick. Now I need to remove them, I just remembered they're still... There's the flap. I've been flying all this time with 10% flapper. Whatever. Maximum load limit is 9 Gs, which is very low. You'd easily snap the wings doing. So you don't want to dive too fast is the main thing. Those bombers are certainly assuming it is the B25s, which I'm sure it is. They're very slow compared to me, so I'll be able to catch them very soon. So our mixture's sorted. Flaps are up. I think the gear's up because the light went out. There's a light down there for the gear. LDG gear, warning light. When it's in transit, it makes a warning. You've got a miles per hour there, which you can't even see because the freaking control column's in the way. So stuff that, am I right? G'day guys, just having a look at the chat. Just open the chat. Minus static in the audio. Yeah, man. I bought a new headset from the only one that was in the shop, and it has an engineering flaw. It's designed poorly. The microphone boom is half the length that it should be, so that's why the audio is screwed up. I'm actually getting a new headset. It's on its way. Should be here tomorrow. How is the 38 in the fight? I don't know. I think it's a good turn fighter. It's an excellent climber. Good turn fighter, excellent climber. You don't want to get in front of its gun. Has 50 caliber and a 20mm cam. It's pretty fragile though. If someone gets their cannons onto you, you're finished. So it turns well though. You can lower the flaps down to about 50% for a turn fight. That's what I'll have to remember. The flaps are Fowler flaps. They come out, they extend the wing area, so like they don't just come down, they extend backwards and they make the wing bigger. So if you're in a fight, you got to lower the flap. If you're in a dive, use the dive brake. So flaps and dive brake are particularly important for this. Lightning, one of your favorites? Yeah, man, it's a pretty good plane. Yes, finally. Forktail Devil P38J. I see. Your favorite plane. We have B25s up ahead. There's their contrail. Pretty cool. I might just capture this. This would make some good cinematic footage. The light's good. Just testing well. Most versatile fighter in your opinion? It is pretty versatile because you can do so much with it. You can travel long distances. Packs a punch. B25. What a sight. What a sight. These are AI B25. I'm at cruise power. I've finally caught up with them. It took me longer than I expected to catch up with them, but now that I'm here, I see that I'm way faster than they are. I think I was just really far away from them, that's all. So, up we... Are they turning? I hope I didn't disturb. Looks like they're changing course. That was unexpected. My plane's wrecked already. See if I can catch it. Alright, I see what's going on. He's going after the bombers again. My plane is fairly wrecked, but I'll just keep going. Obviously, that was an ambush. I was just turning for the sake of it, and that's why he missed me. Otherwise, I would have been exploded in one go. Obviously, if there's one ambusher, there could be another. I'm going to lift up the flap. Alright, we should be a little bit faster than that. At the power setting that I'm at, I have about 15 minutes. P38. All hell's breaking loose. They've got some attackers, so I've got to catch up to them. Let me just double check my power settings. Do I have time for that? Got an attacker going down. Where did he go? Found some. $54 and $3,000 for 15. Right, I see an enemy. I just got to catch up to them. Oh, there's two of them. And remember when I get there to activate some flap. There's one. Got to pick one with low energy. Probably this one. Remember, my plane's kind of wrecked. like the P38's mostly got this one. Let's just keep going though. Hopefully I can catch it. Probably a Dora or a 109. He's diving away. Should I follow? There's the bombers. There's, I don't know. Where's that one gone to? There he is there. Should we follow him? Let's follow him. He's faster than I am, of course, so this might be stupid. But I'm faster in a climb, so if it comes to a climb, I'll catch it. He might not know I'm here either, although I'm probably spewing out smoke and contrail and everything, so I bet you I'm pretty obvious. Really want to catch this guy now. Haven't used any cannon. Just got to catch up to this bug, and then he's toast. What about this? We're all so far away. Well, looks like that's the end of the stream, folks. Yeah, I'm going to have to develop some tactics for this plane. I think the moral of the story is don't try and chase the enemy because they're all faster than you. you have to dive on them, I guess, and then outmaneuver them. I usually do just one flight because it's the first time I've used this plane kind of thing. I'm gonna do another. 1, 2, 3, 4, 50 caliber and a 20 millimeter. 2050 caliber and 150 20 millimeter. 500 litres of fuel per engine. You can extend that up to 1600 basically. I'm setting the guns to 400. Let's do it. One more flight. Come on. That's right, there were so many P38s taking off from there. That's one engine, just waiting on the other. What if I set the mixture now? No, I'll wait until the engine starts. Oh, looks like we got a troll. You are banned forever. Take that. So many comments. Sorry. Sorry guys, I might not be able to read them all. One more flight only. Have you ever team up with your enemy, attack your friendly? Dude man, don't make me ban you. Can you equip a gyro sight? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't know, we'll find out I guess. I don't think so. Don't like how the Axis planes are faster in video games to make it more competitive. I don't think they are, man. I don't think they are. Well look, we're going to find out the strengths and weaknesses of this plane over the next few weeks or I accept this plane would be faster than most FWs with a radial engine, but I'm talking about an FW with an inline engine such as the D9. I believe I know it's a really fast plane. I've struggled to catch a D9 when I'm flying a Mustang sometimes. So that is a hard plane to catch. I know when I'm flying a G14, one of the best things I can do when fighting a P38 is to just fly away at full power, like to dive, because my dive speed's higher than his. What's my speed? Hopefully I can take off. I can dive at 850, whereas he has to dive maximum 725, and if he exceeds it, he breaks the the ailerons and stuff start coming off. So there's, and then the straight line speed of a BF109 G14 is faster than a P38 by quite a bit. However, the P38 can climb like crazy, like a bat out of hell. The P38's climbability is better than most other planes. Even the K4, which is a great climber, if there's a climb competition between a BF109 K4 and a P38, initially it'll look to the K4 like he's able to out climb, but then if you keep going with your P38, you'll catch up to it. Alright, did I put the wheels? Yes, I did. What about the Alright, that's the flaps. Now for the RPM and the manifold. What about some... Did I turn the lights off? I think so. $2,600. And what kind of manifold do I want? Well, my engine power is not very high at all. I didn't even go full throttle. I can go up to 44 and 26. There we go. That's our continuous mode set. What else? What about mixture? That's your mixture. All right, we're all set. This plane is really good to fly. Like, it's very stable. There's no torque. I think the torque is cancelled out by the props counter rotating. as big as this plane is, apparently it was a very cramped cockpit because they were so focused on efficiency that no space was wasted. All space was taken up with various things. You've got 5 minutes at full power, which is 60 on the manifold at 3000 RPM. So at full power, you might well be able to catch a lot of the Axis aircraft. I don't know, we'll have to find out, but you only get 5 minutes at that power setting. What I probably should have done when I was chasing those enemies, when I was close enough and I thought that I could leap out and get them, I should have gone full power and hopefully catch them, particularly like in a climb. In a climb, that would be a good place to go full. Is this Bodenplatte? Yes, it is. Only D9 and later were faster. Yeah, I'd buy that. Because D9 is bloody fast, but like the radial engine 190s, unless they're in a dive, which they can be fast in a dive, of course, but in straight and level or in a climb, they're not very fast. P38 engines turbocharged. I think they were bloody turbo supercharged and everything. If you look back there, you see all that apparatus on the tail boom, like up there. You see that? That's a turbo super or something. You can see it spinning right there. It's spinning. And that air intake there, that's all for the turbos and everything. This thing's like a flying turbocharger, basically. Pretty amazing. Super. Yeah, that's right. So if I come up against an A8, any kind of radial engine 190, I should be able to eat it for breakfast. Should be able to take on any Axis plane. Just got to figure out the right way to do it. I'm not an expert on the P38, so I'm going to hold off from making too much commentary on its performance. Like I was about to say, you can definitely outturn a FW1. You can definitely outturn an FW D9, and basically you can outturn any Axis plane. I was going to say, which is probably true, but I don't know it for sure. I haven't really tested it out. The only thing I know for sure, like 100% for sure about this plane, is that its climb ability is phenomenal. I'm going to turn around a bit. Let's change course. Let's start going kind of north. I'm going to intercept my bombers and I'll fly with them again and hopefully get better results than in the last. This is such a nice. The thing is though, you've got to know what to do with it, or else it's just a sitting duck. Same with any plane, really. But yes, every plane has its strengths and its weaknesses. You got to figure out what they are and then use them to the max. And then to take it one step further, you got to look at what are the strengths and the weaknesses of your enemy. So as soon as you see an enemy in the sky, you think, all right, what's my comparative strength to him, and what's his comparative weakness to me? What should I never do? What should I try and do? What should I try and how do you put it? Like you want to kind of steer your enemy into the place where they're going to be the weakest. Whether that's a turn fight, whether that's a prolonged climb, a chase, a dive, something. It really is the difference between success or failure, those kind of strategic things. That's why I recommend, if you're wanting to fly and succeed, check out my website. There's a section there, the tab on the top right hand side of the main page, IL-2 how to and tips, and it contains a lot of knowledge base of stuff that I've learnt or figured out over the years on those kind of things, on strengths and weaknesses of different aircraft. I see the bombers. They should be heading north. Doesn't look like it. I'll fly straight to them. They're over Eindhoven right now. I'll fly straight to them. Try and figure out which way they're going. I imagine they're going north, but it doesn't look like it for some reason. Looks like they're going east. They could be about to change direction. Yeah, they are going east. They're coming directly towards me. There they go. Pretty amazing sight, isn't it? I'd look at the altimeter, but I don't know where it is. There it is. 22,000 feet, maybe? I don't know. I reckon I'm at 22,000 feet. If that's the case, I'm very high. What does that say? I reckon that says 22,200 feet. So there you go. So the mistake last time was I was almost, well, I got damaged. I got jumped, probably by an FWD-9, and I was basically at the level of the bombers, maybe just a bit higher and behind. Now I'm going to be really high up. I'm just going to keep going up and up and up. Any enemies that come over, hopefully they won't see me. They'll dive on the bombers. I'll dive on them and I'll shoot them down. This is not the best boom and zoom aircraft. Even a, get this, even a P37 Thunderbolt might be ideal for this kind of map, the escort the bomber, because it's what's that? What's that? What is that? It's a Mustang. Mustang. Where was I? Yeah, because the Thunderbolt, this is its role. This is what the Thunderbolt does. So I reckon that's a Mustang. Let's hope. There's the bombers down there. The good thing is you can kind of see them because of the screen. What am I at now? 24,600. I might record this. This is so epic. Hi, P38. Yeah, man, this is a P38. So the bombers are turning north, and past the Mustang. So it's me and the Mustang escorting the bombers so far. I might pick up my speed a bit now. We want 54 and 3000 for 15 minutes. Actually, maybe it's a bit too early to do that. If I do that, I'll just zoom straight past the bomb. As soon as I see other planes zipping around, I'll pick up my engine speed. Heck, why don't I just go full power when I see the enemy and see what difference that makes. I'll have 5 minutes at extreme full power though. I'll have to pull the power back to 54 manifold instead of 60, which will give me 15 minutes. Alright, that's what I'll do. There's the bomb. Oh, no. I assume that that's the P-51. Hey, what? Is that? What is that? What is that? What is that? What is that? He's got his lights on, so what is he, like a decoy? Man, so far away. I'm at full power for 5 minutes. Hey, I might be able to get him here. My speed's... Here goes a Mustang. Bit faster than me. Come on, get him, Mustang. Not the best plane for this job. Keep in mind, guys, it's my first attempt kind of thing, so there's a lot more better performance that you can extract out of this plane than what you've seen today. What I was thinking there was, man, I'm just chasing this 109. Even the Mustang should be able to catch him easy, but I'm just chasing him and I couldn't close the gap. Probably be better off to strictly limit myself to just hanging around above the bombers, and when I see the fighter come in for its second pass, just to dive on it with speed and catch it that way. Bailing out, you'd probably have to tip the plane upside down to bail out, I would say. You got all those propellers, you got the tail boom. Check if you leave contrail. I think up at that altitude there's a lot of contrail. Well, that sucks. I'm going to actually do one more flight. Again, we've got 1,000 litres of fuel, 450 calibers, and a 20. I'm going to fly differently this time though. Would setting the mixture to lean prevent it? I don't think so, because the contrails are from water vapor. Like when the byproduct of combustion is water, strangely enough. Like, fire makes, it's the chemical reaction, fire makes water. The water gets spewed out the exhaust, and then it's in a negative 56 degrees centigrade environment up there, and it just instantly freezes, and then you get the contrail. So this plane also has a park brake, so I've released that. So yeah, the bomber escort thing was pretty tough. I bet you there's a way to do it, I just have to figure it out. It probably involves having higher speed than the enemy. Basically, when they've just attacked the bomber formation, I think that's when they're most vulnerable, so you'd want to be above the bomber formation and keep an eye on an attacker, and then as soon as it had done its attack, you dive straight down on it and blast. Hey, I didn't close the canopy, it just did it by itself. Alright, that's a function of you can fly just beneath the contrail. Like there's a contrail altitude where the water is freezing. You can find out what it is just by going to where the contrails are and then just going a little bit below them until they disappear. You can definitely do that. If you don't want contrails, that's the way to. That could be something to think about, eh? Protecting bombers would be a real science, like there's a lot to it. 44 manifold and 2600 RPM. That's all you need to know. The radiator is automatic. Have I put the wheels up? I reckon if the wheels were down, that red light would be on. You got a Bendix there. I think I understand how to use that, from similar to the one in the G, whatever else line, G4. All direction finders seem fairly simple. So that's where I just took it. You can see how powerful this aircraft is. We've just taken off and we're already miles above and away from the airfield. Like, just because I got shot down in a fireball twice, don't, you know, in its own right, this plane is extremely powerful. That's the thing as well, like when you're starting to fly a plane, if you're not doing well, don't get discouraged, because there's a lot to know. Alright, there's Eindhoven there, so I've got to decide what to do. I'm probably not going to follow the bombers this time, so they'll be miles away north from me. So I'll go somewhere else and I'll do something. 42 minutes. What? Have a sip of coffee, that. I might go 45 degrees up to my defence target. Enemy aircraft spotted near 12:15. Where's... Directly north. Alright, maybe I should go. That is on the way to the bomb. Yeah, sweet aircraft, beautiful. Just really stayed. I've got my hands off the control. So this base called Heish is under, if I'm saying it right, is under attack. Got to find. Alright, there's an airfield off in the distance. It was under attack a minute ago. That's what I'm flying to. see a flare up there. It looks like that's the flare that says that there's an enemy there. Looking for any shooting or anything. I'm probably too late, but we'll see. I see an aircraft or two up there. There's 2 aircraft up. There's one down low as well. I'm at full power at the moment. How about this one? We'll climb straight up to him. He's coming out. Looks like a Mustang. Let's just get a bit close though. That's definitely a Mustang. Alright. There's one coming right at us. What is he? I don't know. Is that a B-25? That's a 25, man. That's a 25 on its way back. That's a B-25. It's AI B-25 coming into land. I said I wasn't going to chase the 25s, but I've bumped into them again. I have 15 minutes of this power. Probably, so this is where the 25s are landing. There's me and the Mustang. It's probably worthwhile hanging around here for a bit as a kind of a defensive thing while the 25s are landing, because they're going to probably come under attack. One thing is you've got these big propeller discs in the flaps, rods jammed. Alright, I forgot to retract the flaps. Now I'm stuck with 20% flap. I think that's the Mustang back. Down there we've got a 25 with its lights. Where's the enemy? There is one here. Somewhere. There. Right. Probably 2 of them. %, flat, that's not too bad. Oh, come on. Give me a break. That sucks. Head-on shots are good. Yeah. Yeah, if I can ID something, I'll probably do. One more. I won't normally do this, but because this is the first time I've really trying to figure out this. Alright, so trash, very bad, yeah. It's all good. It's all. Don't forget, yesterday night I did a stream and I flew the Yak 7, and at the beginning of the stream I wasn't very good. And at the end of the stream, in one flight, I shot down 3 enemy aircraft and I got 2 assists in one flight. So oftentimes you just got to kind of figure something out. That's why I say, in general, if you fly and you get crap results initially, don't give up. Same with the BF-109 G14. When I started flying that, my results were pretty poor, and it took me like a couple of months. But the last flight that I did, I got ace in a stream, and I think it would have been pretty much ace in a flight, or maybe in 2 flights it would have been like 6 or 7 kills, but there weren't too many aircraft available to shoot down. The second flight I was just flying around waiting for enemies to show up. There weren't too many. But the point is, you persist with something, you get better at it. I don't know why I've neglected this plane. Like, it's been around for a while, but I haven't flown it too much. Now I'm switching my focus to it. Alright, I remembered to close the camera. I've flown this plane before, but I've never really focused on it, which is what I'm doing. That's the gear and the flaps. The gear light will go out soon. Yep. So gear, trim, and that looks about right. 44 and 26. Lights. Piche is still under attack. Let's just go. But this time, fly about 25 degrees. This time I'm gonna hug the deck. You gotta try a different. I can already see a plane up there, I don't know what it is. No, it's a speck of dust on the... No, it is a plane. Damn it. There is a plane there. First plane to break 400 miles. Yeah, it is an amazing. Lockheed P38. This was the sort of plane that you could fly from one end of the United States to the other, maybe with just one refueling stop, or maybe with no refueling stop, and you could do it at really high speed. So I have actually 2 planes over there. I'm going to check that. Did I lift the flaps yet? Did I turn off the lights here? Let's just check out these planes over here. So there's 2 of them. That one looks a lot like a 25. I don't know though. What about it? No idea what it is. There's another plane over there on the deck. I could be looping back to an airfield of mine though. Gotta be conscious. Yeah, what is that, huh? Landing pad. I don't know where I'm going. What am I going? 130. He's up. It's a darker colour. It's probably an Ally. There's some bombers over there. Holy crap. Didn't expect to see. So this plane on my left, what is it? And there's also one that came down. What is that? What do you reckon? I'd say it's an Allied aircraft. This is not to my life. Alright, the mix. Luckily I remember. Got to get back to Heach Air Force Base. That is where I'm going. That's where I want to go. There's a plane. I don't know how I lost that plane before. It's probably the same. And there were a bunch of bombers. Somehow I lost. I think the sun played a role. Like looking straight up at the sun. That plane up there, I'm sure it's a Mustang or something, but I might try out a full power climb to see what it. Probably a pretty good rear view mirror. So there's a 10. I'm going to have to climb so I can also see where I am. Not getting any closer to that. Pretty sure it's a Mustang. We got a town up here. What is this town? Where the heck am I? Ah, there's he. Where is it? We got two air bases facing west. Each faces north. Where am I? Could have been. getting lost. I know where I am now. "15 minutes remaining on." Okay, down we... There's a plane. What the... He's just took off. What do you make of that, eh? Smoke and a plane died. He's shooting. It's an enemy. Did he crash? I think he crashed. No, there he is. Finally, I found an enemy. Let's catch him. Let's catch him good and proper. He's going back. I'm going to shoot this guy down, so... Looks like a... or a 109. Yeah, you see? Persistence pays off. Just use the 50s on him and he's F. You see? You'll see? You'll see? Ah, fuel tank hit. Oh, come on, the new G-force settings, man, come on. Guess that's the end of the stream. Whoa, come on, come on. What can you do if you can't use your turn ability? I can't out-turn him though because of the bloody G-force. That's BS. If I pulled back on the stick further, I would have blacked out. That's a real limitation for the turn fighters. Even if the plane has the ability to turn, you're gonna black out or grey out or what? Pretty sure the P38 has a G suit as well. You'd have to keep your turns more shallow. You'd have to keep your turns mostly under 2 Gs, I would say. Nice lead shooting. Cheers. Alright, so that was a long, arduous stream, and at the end of it, I got a kill, and it was a pretty easy kill, so you can see some progress there. When I fly the 38 next time, I think I'm going to do better. I'm tempted to just keep We got 11 minutes. Let's do another. So if you just join, this is what we got. Lockheed P38 Lightning. Pretty nice plane. Pretty decent selection of skins too. Lots of guns here and lots of cannons. You got to roll to throw the blood back into the brain. That might be enough. That reminds me as well, this plane rolls better than the BF-109. This plane is fun to fly. You don't need flaps to take off, but I'm just using them for some reason.
I'm wounded. I'm on fire, bailing out.
You know what I should do? I just figured something out. I should climb. Whenever I get someone on my tail, I should just climb, because most of them I'll be able to outclimb. Just climb and climb and climb and climb and climb. And then once you've got some altitude above them, you've got options. Time to finish off this. That is really interesting, the new more nuanced G-force system. You do a turn at 4G, after that you wreck. You can barely complete a 360 degree turn and then you wreck. 4Gs is quite a lot of G.
I'm wounded.
But oh no, we've got an enemy here. But it means that you can't really necessarily use the full-on turn ability of turn 5. Once the engines are going, I'm going to straight away put the mixture at auto rich, which is 70%. That is the mixture there. You can't even see it, but we're under attack, so I'm going to turn the light. There's a restriction zone around here, so if an enemy shoots anyone here, they'll get kicked. Like it or not, that's how. It's a 38 and a door. That door is... That was pretty... Bad ahead. It's about 2 minutes left. I haven't even hardly used my cannons yet. I should probably use both the MG and the cannon at the same time. What is the cannon? There. I think that's the cannon. One pull of the trigger seems to fire. I don't know, is that 2 rounds or what? Finally, the P38, one of your all-time favourite war. Yeah, it's a favourite. This it's a really good play. Get them low and... That was perfect. That 109, whatever it was, 109 Dora. I think it was 109. It was just finishing its attack run and it was pulling up and turning on a blast. I don't even think it knew I was... So yeah, the intention is to definitely fly this tomorrow and to keep flying it for the next couple of weeks or months, and just to become like a full-on timber stake. I think the top timber stake was called Richard Bong. Richard Bong. I don't, stalemate, no side wins the map. Just as I've got aircraft coming into sight, the map is in. Look at that 5. That's 7. No one could escape. And it's on the centre line too, so you've got accuracy. Alright. Guys, that's the end of the stream. Thanks for joining. And yeah, I look forward to the next. Props rolling in the same direction. That would suck. 40 victories in the 38. That's pretty. Are those cannon or 50 cal? The cannon seems to sound a lot like the 50 cal. So you got a single 20mm cannon, and you've got 4 50 cals, and they're all on the center line. Anyways, guys, that's it. Thanks for joining. Like, share, subscribe. Check out my merch. End of today, there's going to be a new T-shirt out. It's the French early World War II fighter plane, the Duotone D520. So have a look at that. It's on Amazon and Teespring. Thanks guys, see you next time, bye for now.